Life has a way of coming full circle. This week we're meeting Texans who've turned gratitude into something you can see and touch. In Beaumont, a hometown entrepreneur brings his flavor back to the city that raised him. In San Antonio, a designer stitches pride and heritage into every Guayabera she and her company makes. And in one special store, mothers find dignity instead of charity. When we pour care back into the places that built us, we end up feeding more than just ourselves.
So why don't you hop in, travel with me. My name is JB Salceda, and this is Texas Country Reporter.
When you're in a small town, you're ready to get out and explore, and that's what I got to do. Is I got to go to Atlanta for school, I got to go to Houston for things, I got to go to Austin for a while, got to bring all that knowledge of restaurants and atmospheres from these other places back to Beaumont, which has been fun.
There's something enticing about leaving the tiny hometown you grew up in for the sprawling buildings and louder streets of the big city. There's opportunity to learn, see, and do more. And although John Wilson's time outside of Beaumont helped shape him into the man and restaurateur he is today, he couldn't help being drawn back to the place that started it all.
What was that feeling like, opening this up in the place where you started your career?
It feels great. I mean, this is where I got to start. It is what made me interested in it. I mean, I don't know if I would have made a leap into the restaurant business if I hadn't had this job, because a lot of these restaurants aren't going to hire people without experience. It's 100% the truth. I mean, there was a place called Crazy Jose's, and it was a little Mexican restaurant, and I started waiting tables here right off the bat. And so we didn't know what we were doing. They didn't really train you, but like it just started gaining experience going into it. And then all of a sudden, like I kind of went to school and I kept with waiting tables, and I was always in the back with the chefs and selling their specials and talking to them or whatnot.
All these years later, and John's journey has come full circle, turning the old Crazy Jose's into his very own restaurant, JW's Patio.
The atmosphere's a little higher of a finish, not too much, not uncomfortable, but just it's got a little more refined taste over here. We kind of started with the Mediterranean flair, but then we kind of, like I said, we talked to the people, we saw what was working, and then we kind of twisted it into a Mexican kind of flair.
What are the things that you like eating the most?
Man, I'm a creature of habit on certain dishes, and so like I'll order the flatbread for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll move over and I'll do the stuffed chicken breast for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll just kind of get stuck in these bowls where it's full of vegetables and nuts and quinoas and stuff like that, and it also helps with consistency too when I get to try it daily. Sir, back again?
Yes, sir. Love it.
Good to see you, man. You too.
What is the unique experience you want people to have when they come in here?
I mean, something of coming into a small town where it's busy, it's bustling, it's people are happy. I mean, that we can provide an experience being a local company that anybody else in this country can do. I mean, putting the love and the care into our food, the consistency. I mean, it's just like you get this vibe of this is where the locals eat, and that's where I want to be. All right, gentlemen, that's for y'all.
Thank you.
There's something special about a place made by a local for the locals, and JW's Patio has been a bona fide hit in the Beaumont area. So much so that these days, John's the overseer of not one, but 2 of the most popular eateries around.
Over at J. Wilson's, you'll see more Southern American comfort food, which obviously is what keeps it really busy as well.
It's delicious.
We're good. I'm glad. You know, there's plenty of people that they were looking for something different, and so that's what we wanted to provide them. We were hoping to gain both of them, but if I just get them at one, I'm just as happy. You know, there's plenty of people who tell me I like the other one better than this one, and that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. At least they're mine. You know what I mean? And there's people that eat equally the same because they just trust what we do.
You mentioned earlier that you have people that come and eat here 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh yeah, between the two, they're here 4 or 5 sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it about the food and kind of price point?
I just think that we've created a connection with them, you know, being from this town, giving it the love and care that a lot of places don't do. We put little twists and turns, we're reasonably priced. They're seeing their friends, they're seeing their family, they're seeing familiar faces with my staff who we have a low turnover on, and so it just kind of turns into a cheers and a family situation. And I think it's just consistency in service is obviously any restaurant's success.
So often we're shaped by the town that raises us. Every now and then we're able to give back to that very community. Beaumont is where a local kid's humble restaurant beginnings started, and it's now the hub of John Wilson's 2 hometown hotspots. And there's nowhere else he'd rather be.
And then between that and the brunch, that's the change right here. So you see your brunch over there.
What about being in Beaumont was important to you?
I grew up here, now coming back and seeing the love that they've given me, the respect that they've given me, they trust me now. I'd much rather be in this market than any other market in this country right now. I mean, I would like to open a 3rd concept, and it's going to be in Beaumont.
Why do you like doing this?
It's something about the fast pace. It's something about talking to the customers. I mean, especially here. I mean, everybody's so happy to be here just as much as I'm happy that they're here. And so it's just, you walk around and you feel the vibe and everybody's laughing and talking and they're not on their phones and you're providing that place for them. It feels good.
I tell everybody we're soft engineers. We take a piece of flat fabric and make a 3-dimensional object. Now, that doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't happen by just snapping it together. You gotta know what you're doing.
Sewing can be an often overlooked art form. Every stitch holding your favorite pair of jeans together or button placed on your tailored suit is the product of a skilled hand with years of expertise. Caroline Matthews is a master seamstress who isn't stitching together ordinary dress shirts. Instead, she specializes in making guayaberas right here in San Antonio.
So where does the guayabera come from?
I think the guayabera is a Spanish design. And the reason I say that is it literally exists in every country the Spaniards invaded in the New World. It was a way for them to have a very dressy looking garment in a tropical climate. So in Cuba, they make them in a lot in linen because Cuba had trade with Ireland, so they had linen coming in. So they would make linen ones. In Mexico, you find it more in the mata or the hand-woven fabrics, and then in the Philippines, you find it in pineapple cloth. So it literally exists across the world, but only in the southern hemisphere, and it's pretty much where Spain invaded.
Growing up, I always saw my relatives sporting guayaberas at nearly every family function. It's a shirt that effortlessly transitions from weddings to the backyard, a versatile piece with a range stretching far beyond the confines of Texas. When Caroline first started making custom guayaberas, she didn't expect her business to take off like it has. But now, having a Dos Carolinas is a symbol of status and expert craftsmanship.
Hello, welcome in.
Guys like them because they're comfortable. They like them because they fit. And it's a club. I have all these stories that people tell me, like, you know, I was on a cruise and this guy across the road, across the deck saw me and he came over. That's a Dos Carolinas, isn't it? So literally, until we got a couple of knockoffs that are really close, people would do that. And it is, I've had young 18-year-old kids going, I can't wait to get my first Dos Carolinas. So
No kidding.
Yeah, it's kind of it is a pinnacle of guayaberas. I never thought that's what I was making, but.
After visiting Caroline in her workshop and meeting the talented hands behind each shirt sold at Dos Carolinas, I knew I had to get fitted for one myself.
Now, arms up.
Okay.
And when we measure customers, We get you on file. We keep your measurements. We tell everybody, we've got your measurements. So if you want to call us and say, hey, I need this shirt, we just pull your measurements up and make it because we already know how to make it for you.
Only challenge for me is I eat a lot on this show, so I might have to every season get an updated.
In today's era of fast fashion, finding clothing that's both high quality and made right here in Texas is rare. And for Caroline Matthews, keeping everything in-house has been the key to her continued pride in her work, even 38 years after making her very first shirt.
Is it important for you, like, to be able to say, hey, it's made here, it's in
to
San
me,
Antonio?
Totally. It's easier. We're so flexible. I mean, you come in and say, well, you know, I'd really like to have this shirt, but can you change this? Yeah, no problem, because we make them one at a time. So we can change it for you. And, you know, if we were making them overseas, we couldn't do that. It's a lasting impression. You don't remember the $3 t-shirts that you bought by the bundle, but you remember that really special shirt that you bought for a special occasion and you still have hanging in your closet. Go talk to your mom and see what kind of dress she has in the back of her closet that she will not let go of because it's so important to her. Quality equals something you want to hold on to. And I just think that's important.
The county that we live in is one of the poorest counties, and so it's just families that are trying to make ends meet. Just knowing that the clothes that we can provide, instead of donating the clothes, we would rather those families be able to save that money while still clothing their kids with things that fit, are functional, don't have holes in them, and they go turn around and use that money that they would have put towards clothing and put food on their tables, or diapers, or wipes, or I don't know, things like that.
In a world that seems to be getting more expensive by the minute, it can be hard for many parents to provide food and clothing for their kids. But on the outskirts of Dallas, where poverty deeply affects local communities, a small but dedicated nonprofit in Leonard is stepping up to the plate to ease the burdens of parenthood.
Palmer, twice a year, is tasked by her mom and dad to clean out her closet. We took these bags of, if not new, but gently used clothes and things like that to Goodwill. And literally the week after, Taylor and I saw that 2 moms in our community were asking for the exact same things that we had just donated. Asking for the same things. And so Taylor and I we kind of looked at each other and said, you know, we wish that we could get those things back and give them to these moms in our community, and we could give it to them for free. So we did a lot of research. How can we keep the clothes we want to donate to families in our community? So really, that's how Palmer's Closet came to be.
Though their donation center has been open for just under a year, their impact on the community is immeasurable. At Palmer's Closet, mother and daughter duo Taylor Baumann and Kim Winchester see it not as a place for hand-me-downs, but as a center for hand-ups. It's a cause close to both of their hearts, especially Kim, who knows firsthand the challenges of growing up in difficult circumstances.
I went through the foster care system, me and my 3 younger brothers and sisters. We didn't have shoes that fit. We didn't have clothes that fit. We went to a clothes closet at a church, and there they had tables with piles and piles of clothes, and you had to go through them to find something that would even fit. And there was this little dress, and it fit me. And I thought that was the most precious thing that I had ever been given. And I wore that dress, if not every day, every other day, every week, for weeks until it wouldn't fit anymore. And it was something that was given to me for free, and it was used, but for me it was the most beautiful dress I had ever seen. And when children come here, when little girls come here and see dresses or shoes, I can see that they feel the same thing about those things. And I think it really comes down that I was one of these kids. And if Taylor and I can make a space, one, for these moms and support them, and then two, for these children where they can go to school and have things that fit and they love and that are, they're not made fun of by their peers and things like that, it's all worth it.
Though the name comes from Taylor's daughter, who first inspired them to start the nonprofit, Palmer's Closet is a full-fledged community effort with mothers like Raina Luce frequently donating kids' items for the cause.
I've always been really passionate about giving back where we can. I think that it's really important that we steward what we have. And when my kiddo outgrows stuff, sometimes it's really fast and it feels kind of wasteful to get rid of something that has a lot of life left back in it. So to be able to have a place where I can bring gently used clothes or toys and be able to pass that on and bless other kids, it just means a lot to us as a family because it's a way that we can tangibly help those that we know are in need right now.
And alongside Raina are people like Miss Maria, a once struggling mother who now helps connect students at the Leonard School District to Palmer's Closet.
I went through that stuff too a couple of years back. I went through the same struggle. I know what it is. I know how it feels not be able to supply your kids with decent clothes, and shoes. So that made my heart feel so good, so good. Knowing that there's a place where the kids can go and get what they need. So first of all, compassion. I know how it feels, and I just want, there was a lot of people that helped me back then when I was struggling, so now it's my turn. So I'm just returning it back.
Every donation that comes in provides vital support to mothers and grandmothers like Amanda Casebolt, who are in desperate need of a helping hand.
I got into a situation, ended up taking over my grandchild custody, and I was struggling. I didn't learn how to ask for help and not be ashamed of it until my mother was taken off this earth. And I turned to God, and after that happened, I learned that it's not a bad thing to ask for help, that sometimes you have to.
With every child who walks through the doors of Palmer's Closet comes a mother who also seeks support. And whether it's through a stress-free boutique-style shopping experience or simply just a compassionate shoulder to cry on, Taylor Baumann and Kim Winchester are committed to providing whatever these guardians need through their toughest times.
What's been the experience so far since you've opened in January?
You didn't bring tissues with you. I think it's just been very overwhelming from the whole process. Overwhelmed by just the amount of people who are excited to donate, and then all the way down to the families that have gotten to walk through the doors and get the shopping cart and pick out their own bags. And I think it's, we have been blessed beyond words, really, just to be able to experience the whole process from start to finish.
And I will add that it became something that God put on our heart, but it's since January, it has really become a mom supporting mom initiative. The moms in our community and surrounding communities have come out and blessed, like Taylor said, in all of these donations, because they, as moms themselves, know what it would feel like if they would not be able to buy the things that they needed for their children. And it's truly become a mom supporting mom thing. It's amazing to see.
Giving back isn't always about grand gestures. It's about putting love into motion. A meal shared, a shirt sewn, a kindness offered with no strings attached. When we honor where we came from, we remind others that they belong too. And in that simple exchange, the circle of care keeps on growing.
I look forward to next week when we'll continue on this journey down the back roads of Texas. Until then, my name is JB Salceda, and this is Texas Country Reporter.